educational Disney short, in It's Tough to Be a Bird, this lovely animated bird host takes us through a quick evolutionary lesson about how modern birds came to be, warns us about the dangers of overhunting, and teaches us a little about the bird lovers in America. I don't know what it is about these educational Disney shorts, like Toot Whistle Plunk Boom and Donald in Math Magic Land, but I really like them. I think they do a great job mixing education and entertainment. This one is probably the funniest so far because there are so many visual gags throughout, and a lot of them are also very educational. This bit about where the term chickening out comes from, it felt right out of a horrible history sketch, and that is top tier when it comes to an educational comedy. Honestly, it feels less like a Disney product and more like something you might see on PBS Kids or even National Geographic. Actually, it does remind me of a few VHSs I had as a kid called Really Wild Animals. In those videos, an animated Earth voiced by Dudley Moore would take kids through a nature documentary while splicing up the learning with humor and songs. That's really what this feels like, a traditional nature documentary reworked to appeal to younger audiences with an animated host and additional animated segments. I also think the aspect of this cartoon which does a lot of heavy lifting in terms of being fun for kids is the narrator's voice. Richard Bachlian's natural Boston accent is not typically what we hear from documentary narrators, but traditional nature documentaries are not very appealing to most kids, so taking out an educator-sounding voice and putting in a more casual one, I think does a lot to avoid alienating kids from watching this. Probably my personal favorite bit was the constant struggle the bird had when telling the audience how tough it is to be a bird. He just can't get 2 words out before being shot. The one thing I wasn't a fan of was this extremely random opera song near the end. It just felt so out of place. Maybe they were mandated to have a song, but I don't think it worked. The ending also was a little different from what I had imagined because it was a little grim. I guess it was trying to call people to action into protecting the endangered bird species in the country. I don't know if this was a personal thing for whoever was in charge of Disney at the time. Maybe some executive really liked birds or possibly was part of the National Audubon Society and wanted to bring attention to their cause. Kind of like what Ted Turner did with a lot of his projects. But overall, I enjoyed this one as much, if not more, than Toot Whistle Plunk Boom. It's still not going to surpass Donald in Math Magic Land. Nostalgia is a powerful force. But I'd say this is a great short for not just entertaining your kids, but teaching them a little something too.